Can I tell you something? You know what the hardest part of videos are for me? The beginning of the video. For some reason, the beginning of the video is always the hardest part. So you know what? I'm not going to do an introduction. I'm just going to say, hey guys, I want to read a book. Do you want to read a book with me? Today's book is called Pete the Cat, Super Pete. It's a I can read book. It's a beginning book. See the little one at the top? It's called an easy reader. It's by Kimberly and James Dean. That means they wrote the book and they made all these pictures. Maybe we'll do a little drawing tutorial too. Teach you how to draw Pete the Cat. I can draw as well. I can read, I can rap, and I can draw. Woo! What do you think about that? You know what? Let's get to reading Pete the Cat. Pete the Cat is out for a walk. Pete listens to the owls. He listens to the frogs. Just then, Pete hears a beep. It is not coming from outside. It is coming from his watch. Alert, alert! Pete races home. It is time for Pete the Cat to become Super Pete. Pete presses a button in his room. The wall slides away. Pete sees a set of steps. Down, down, down he goes. Pete steps into his lair. It is full of groovy things to help him fight crime. Pete the Cat puts on his awesome cat suit. He puts on his cape and his sneakers. Now Super Pete is ready to save the city. Pete sees a flashing light. There is a message on his computer. It is the mayor.
Come quick, Super Pete,
The mayor says.
we need your help. There is trouble at the warehouse.
Pete pulls a lever. Whoosh! Pete's nifty jet sinks into his lair. Pete hops into the jet. He zips into the air. Super Pete is on his way to save the day. Pete races through the sky. He hits a button. The jet shimmers. Then the jet disappears. Now the jet is invisible. No one will know Super Pete is coming. Pete hovers over the warehouse. He straps on a parachute. He jumps. Pete lands on the roof. He goes inside the warehouse. It is dark. He cannot see. Pete puts on his night vision goggles. He sees two bad guys. They are carrying a box. Pete. Sorry, my dog's interrupting me. Hey, dog. Trying to read Pete the Cat, man. Can you keep it down? Apologies. Where was I? Pete picks up a rock. He puts it in his slingshot. The rock hits the box. The bad guys drop the box. They climb out a window. Pete races to the window. But the bad guys have a boat. They are getting away. Pete pushes a button on his cat suit. His sneakers turn to flippers. A mask closes over his face. He jumps into the water. He swims after the bad guys. Pete takes a rope from his pocket. He twirls it over his head. Pete aims. He throws. The rope catches the boat. Pete pulls himself along the rope. Pete climbs into the bad guy's boat. He ties up the bad guys. Pete pushes a button on his watch. His jet appears above him. Pete pulls the bad guys into his jet. Pete brings the bad guys to the mayor. Super Pete saved the day. Oh, that was fun, wasn't it? Pete the Cat, Super Pete. I like this book. Do you like it? I have another question for you. Are you a superhero? Are you planning on being a superhero? I am a superhero. Shh, don't tell anybody though. It's a superhero secret, okay? Just between me and you. Keep reading. Reading is fun. Reading is awesome, okay? I might read Pete the Cat again, because I like reading that much. I like your sneakers, Pete. Green sneaks. Fancy.